CUDA was really easy to pick up for me. I think partly because of the fact that my background in the video game industry had me working on a lot of multi-core and PlayStation 3 SIMD kind of stuff. But I also felt that it was documented fairly well. I made a lot of use of the NVIDIA forums, forums.nvidia.com, kind of answering questions and asking questions on there. But yeah, the transition was smooth and kind of direct for me. I didn't have a lot of trouble understanding the background.
It was absolutely easy. Over the course of about a week, I read the programming guide to get accustomed to doing it. I've been doing high performance algorithms in C and C++ for a number of years. I've been at NI for 14 years. We would normally take code in LabVIEW and take pieces of it and optimize it and call it in DLLs. So it's a rather natural extension to the development environment for us. So it's a very natural thing to do. And one of the things that I found that was very handy is the fact that when I generated the algorithm in C, the actual infrastructure of that algorithm, that the functions that deployed to the GPU as kernel function calls, would be the same blocks of code that I would also try and implement and make available in OpenMP. But I already realized the scalability wasn't there in terms of the number of cores that I had. So now I had one implementation of an algorithm out in C code that was perfectly viable for me to test against OpenMP and also deploy to the GPU device.
I worked with an undergraduate, Jeffrey Bridge, who's a ECE electrical computing engineering undergraduate major. Within a week, he'd helped me actually master the language. Within 2 weeks, we were running an effective solver.
CUDA is very, very close to using C itself. And luckily, I had experience with C, so programming with CUDA was very simple. I'm not saying that because NVIDIA paid me any money or anything. It's just, it definitely is simple. I was up and running the next day and had the application coded up in about a week. It's not a simple application, but we did. And we've been able to enhance the application, use the lower level API calls that CUDA provides, and it's been a great experience. It's been very easy to work with.
As a programmer, I programmed mostly in Mathematica, a little bit of C, some Fortran, MPI, that kind of stuff. So my background's really high performance computing programming. And I found CUDA to be a fairly natural transition from those languages. It took me about a day to pick it up, to get something, horribly slow, but still something. Another couple of weeks to actually get something useful out of it.
What we found, though, was with CUDA, since it's C, we could write basic building blocks of their algorithm in CUDA and in C and give them C-callable functions that they could use in their Fortran code.
I have a strong C background, but I hadn't done anything on the graphics card. If you know how C works, CUDA is not difficult to figure out.